If you don't accommodate other tribes, we are also accommodating your tribes in Bauchi and other places. We have so many people working in farming in Alkaleri, farming in Tafawa Balewa, farming in Bogoro. Has anybody told them to go? We have not, because it's their own inalienable right to be there. We have Yoruba people in Bauchi for over 150 years, even before the birth of Nigeria. Nobody has talking to them. Some of them have risen to become permanent secretaries in Gombe, in Bauchi, and in Borno. And now, because a Fulani man is practicing the tradition of transhumance, pastoralism, he has been exposed to the vagaries of the forest, the animals, and now the cattle rustlers who carry guns, kill him and take away his commonwealth, that is the cows. He had no option but to carry AK-47 because the society and the government are not protecting him. What is his fault? It's the fault of the government and the people. You don't criminalize all of them, because in every tribe there are criminals. If cyber crime is being practiced mostly by one tribe, you don't criminalize the whole tribe that they are criminals. We should be very sensitive.
To me, and to my understanding, and from the little knowledge I have, being the governor of the state for almost a year now, I understand that the issue of the hypothesis behind political motives about banditry is not true. I think purely what causes banditry in our place, the root cause of it was injustice. There were a lot of injustices that were done on the Fulani, which causes this problem to spring over time. This thing has been with us for a very long time, and it has started small, and it has grown big now. And then there are some collaborators from the houses who are staying within the towns, who are serving as the providers of logistics to those bandits. But the issue of the hypothesis behind there is some foreigners involved, there are some people from the foreign land that are coming to inflict this thing on our people is purely a political statement by some people who just want to use that as a political goal to them. In the issue of security, then secondly, what also causes the recruitment under the logistic services for the bandit was as a result of poverty. Because surprisingly, with 2,000, 5,500 naira, you can be able to convince some of the youth to join into this exercise, which brings about money.
When people talk about like Fulani people in Nigeria, they seem to only talk about it in the sense of Fulani people are criminals and are violent. And this is a generalization that people have, that Fulani people in Nigeria in general are criminals and are violent. We have Fulani people that are traders, we have Fulani people that are scholars, we have Fulani people that are political leaders, and we have Fulani people that are, yes, cattle rearers. That's what they are known for, I guess. Smart Nfodio was Fulani. Not even going to go broad to talk about like Fulani people's achievements in like West Africa. Even in Nigeria, Fulani people have been invested and have been contributing to governance, to business, to trade in Nigeria alone. Reducing an entire ethnic group to terrorists is not just ignorant, it's a very dangerous like rhetoric that further fuels division and violence. Secondly, this is not a problem that is peculiar to Nigeria. Yes, it's bad in Nigeria, but countries like Niger, Burkina Faso, Mali, they also have farmer herders clashes. The problem is not that Fulani people in Nigeria are different from the other Fulani people in other countries. Is that Nigerian governments, so many Nigerian governments, all the past Nigerian governments have failed to effectively mitigate the conflict. All these other countries, they introduce policies like raising reserves and modernize like ranching systems to be able to mitigate that conflict and be able to provide solutions for the conflict. Nigerian governments, on the other hand, all the past Nigerian governments have allowed this conflict to breed and breed and breed because of their greed and because they have something to gain from the conflict going on, and they refuse to acknowledge this conflict to the point that it got to where it is today. Third, if we're going to generalize ethnic groups based on the actions of a few criminals in those ethnic groups, every other ethnic group in Nigeria has bad stereotypes attached to them. Like, should we say all Yoruba people are witches? I'm just talking about like the ignorant stereotypes, that the popular ignorant stereotypes that we have in the country. Should we go by those things and see things like, oh, all Yoruba people are witches, or all Igbo people are IPOB criminals, or like, oh, all Muslims are extremist terrorists? Of course, like, we're not going to say that, because we understand the fact that, okay, crime and extremism actually exists in all communities, in all ethnic groups. The fact that some criminals identify themselves as Fulani does not mean that all Fulani people are criminals. I can't believe that I'm actually saying this, because I genuinely thought it would be like common sense. There are criminals in every ethnic group, but we don't sit down and generalize those criminals and their acts. We don't ethnically profile others the way Fulani people are ethnically profiled in Nigeria. And fourth, like, let's be honest about something. A lot of you people's perception of who Fulani people are, that perception comes solely from Nigerian media. Media has grabbed onto and has heavily like sensationalized the Fulani herdsmen news. The Fulani herdsmen narrative. They use it to further fuel political and ethnic divisions, because they know that that is the thing that will get them attention from people. The Owo church attack in 2022, Fulani herdsmen were blamed for it. And it later came out that it was not Fulani herdsmen, is it ISWAP, or what is it that they call themselves? There was an incident on Lagos-Ibadan Expressway in like 2018 where videos circulated on the internet and the news started flying around that Fulani herdsmen have attacked them, blah, blah, blah. And it later came out to be that it was actually an accident that happened. Nobody attacked anybody. It was an accident, and Fulani herdsmen were blamed for it. In Plateau State as well in 2018, images started circulating in the media about Fulani Muslims attacking and killing Christians in Plateau State. And it came out that actually it was a video that was taken in Congo, Brazzaville. Like, these are just small instances of how misinformation and biased reporting contributes to the wrongful vilification of an ethnic group in general. Like, by hastily like attributing any attack that you see, any terrorist attack that you see with Fulani herdsmen, without like investigation, without any proper evidence, the media and people themselves continue to perpetuate stereotypes that hinder our understanding of the multifaceted nature of insecurity in Nigeria, because our insecurity in Nigeria goes beyond Fulani people or Fulani herdsmen. And another thing is, when a criminal act is done by another person from another ethnic group, media does not say Igbo man kills, Yoruba man kidnaps, but the moment a crime is linked to a Fulani person, the entire ethnic group is dragged into it.
They harvest crops of farmers and feed it to their cattle. And when you say no, why are you doing this? It is death. And when they do that, they record it and post it to government to see. If you ask them question, you are killed. If you chase them away and while running away they die, you'll be condemned to death. This, permit me to say, is pure, sheer provocation.
The old Oyo Empire was dislodged by Fulani in between Kwara, around Jeba. That was where the old Oyo was before they were relocated to this place. It was something that chased them to that place, and what chased them was a Fulani jihadists. They even have concrete evidence of losing Ilorin to Fulani hegemony. So they lose almost all their land, because Ilorin was also part of Oyo land. It was Alafia Ole that chose that place for Afoja before the problem started. So the Fulani, they are so obsessed with Oyo. They in fact, they almost see Oyo as their conquest. Unfortunately, when they not want to claim that state, they now call it Oyo State. So if you go to that place, my brother, if you see that place, you will see that Fulani has banded everywhere. Before you Walk 1-2 kilometers, you see Fulani and their cow flooded everywhere. And if to say these Fulani people, they are men of peace. And then we can all be bother. Everybody, we are looking for what are going to eat. But because they are dangerous people and because of history, that's why people are afraid of them. Unfortunately, they left little young. Let's come to Lagos State.
Lagos State?
Lagos State, yes. Yes. Anything that has captured Ogun State has captured Lagos State. When you want to run away from Ogun State or from Lagos State, you will reach Ogere before you reach Oyo. Go to Ogere now. Who are the people that you will meet there? In fact, I can say 99% of people at Ogere, they are Fulani. And the Zagabo people, they have abandoned their places, like they have given Ogere to Fulani people. If you see Tanka here, Tanka there, it was Seriki, it is Seriki of Ogere that is, overshadowed the affair of people in that place. I'm not sure they have violence. Now, these people, they have one strategy of occupy the place that they believe is belong to federal government. Go to the Pada, the one estate, you see Bok of Aboki present there. Go to First Stack and listen to one video where they are telling us about how Fulani has overtaken a particular area in First Stack. Unfortunately, they don't rent house.
Then the question is that how did the Yoruba people manage to do it? Now the Fulani they seem to be taking over Yoruba land small. Our leaders, what is their I don't think that there is no politics. What do you think?
Two things. Number one is religion.
Yorubas are Muslim and Christian.
And the Muslim, the first one you mentioned is the challenge. Muslim, as we are looking for Yoruba nation, some Muslims say they are looking for Islam nation instead of Yoruba nation. And anybody that said that one want to subject himself under the leadership of Sultan of Sokoto. Mr. Rilwan, recently we celebrate, the coronation of new Alaafin. Have you seen what's happened there? Sultan of Sokoto was giving honor more than Oni.
Sultan was giving honor more than Oni.
When Oni want to address, he didn't mention Oni, but he mentioned Sultan of Sokoto. What is meaning of that? What is meaning of that? If that was a Makinde that out of diplomacy mentioned Oni will have gone to that place without anybody mentioning his name, without giving him chance to talk. Religious. If you look at Oyo axis, they were dominated by Muslims. Muslims have infiltrated them, and they are working towards subjecting themselves to Sultan of Sokoto, Fulani hegemony, Islam. To the extent that they will be happy if they will see another Alaafin that will be behaving like Oluwo, prefer Fulani dynasty to his own. And to some extent, even the new Alaafin was working towards that thing. Well, he still believes in our culture. But some Muslims expect a king that will emerge and come out to rubbish our heritage, to rubbish our culture, like Oluwo did. That's what they will have been expected. In a situation like that, they are selling us to Fulani. That is the religious aspect. What about the politics? Our politicians, majority of them believe that if you don't believe in Sultan of Sokoto, you cannot become anything.
Welcome back, my people. See this issue of Fulani henchmen that we are facing in this country, but I know they shall say Fulani people but go feel leave this country because we don't use our hand gather Fulani leaders for this country. Now no it's okay, many northern side now Fulani people now then dominate that side now. So reason why I say I will not feel like chase all these people out is that you see all these Fulani leaders that we have in this country, they are being tribalistic. The way they do their thing, like even though their people are doing bad, maybe see they know they don't want anybody to talk about them. If you look at all these guys that are speaking this video, like the first man, the governor of Bauchi State, we be seeing his talk concerning these Fulani headers. In the video, if you look at what he said that Fulanis are going nowhere. He said that Fulanis are not terrorizing anything in this country, and you look at the way many persons from northern side justifying them. So that is to tell you, say okay, all these things we are facing in this country, like these people will be say okay that they pipeline many people for inside their farmland, they have sponsors. that is why okay they get hand, they do all this thing. If not, let's say okay, all this thing we see we face for this country now, this people don't have any sponsors now. This thing if I don't stop it, so thank God say okay, all these Fulani leaders now, they are not coming out to like see this thing in public, and we all know before, and all this thing now is coming out to reality. So you guys, if you know what is good for you, make you dey sure say you go fit defend yourself. Like no let anyone defend you because of the way this thing want they go for inside this country now. And for those of you now wey be say una today be una first time wey be say una dey come here, abeg make una like and share our video. Thank you.